Keep your balance. You've got to keep moving. And I say tonight, rest if you have to, but never quit. Someone wrote and said, even the sun has a sinking spell every evening, but rises up the next morning. You see, we crawl before we walk. But what keeps us going is our tenacity. You see, chance favors those who are in motion. Run if you can. Walk if you have to. Crawl if you must, but never quit. No one has a problem with the first mile of the journey. Even an infant can do relatively well for a while. What is critical is finishing the race. I suggest to us tonight, nothing is more fatal to your character than unfinished tasks, quitting the race. Honor yourself, respect yourself to finish what you begin. You see, cowards never start. The weak never finish. Winners never quit. Every time you're going to a new territory, you'll be confronted by unfamiliar giants. Fight till all trouble withers away. You are created for dominion. Go for it. In this life, you'll never get anything unless you demand it. Life doesn't give you what you deserve. Life gives you what you demand. There is not a single door that will be locked for you if you knock long enough and loud enough. Greatness is always preceded by a fierce fight. You've got to learn how to fight. The path of least resistance makes men and rivers crooked. You see, no one quits when they're in control. People begin to quit when things go haywire. It is at that point you must resolve. The giants will give way. Someone is going to quit, but that person is not me. Stay the course. It's always too soon to quit. To finish strong, number 3, be wary of pride. Be wary of pride. Born 1769, Napoleon Bonaparte ruled Europe at his own will until his ultimate defeat at the Battle of Waterloo by the British. He was captured and exiled to one of the most remote islands south of Atlantic. Driven by greed, pride, and the need to show off, the quest and the ring for fame and fortune, the young French ruler died in unnecessary conquests. He conquered the world, but he didn't conquer himself. He conquers he who conquers himself. Far too many people have been brought down from splendor to ruins by pride. Take control of the enemy within you, and you take control of the enemy without. I remind you tonight, it is pride that reduced angels into devils. You see, pride is thinking you're the only one who can do it, the only fish in the pond. See, it takes courage to stand up and speak before brilliant people like you. But it takes more courage to sit down and be taught. Humility is not denying your strengths. It's acknowledging your weaknesses and acknowledging the strengths of others. I urge us tonight to be humble enough to learn from one another. I would like to leave you with some thoughts. On 5th of July, the year 2014, 22-year-old, the Brazilian phenom and Spanish club FC Barcelona player Neymar Jr. had a severe spinal injury. I don't need to convince you the sensitivity of the spinal cord. But I'm told by football fans, despite all that to date, he's still among, or rather he's regarded by many as one of the top 5 football, or rather soccer players in the world. He refused to quit. There's a popular quote by Winston Churchill, Prime Minister. Play the game enough times until you can't afford to lose. Only then do you master the game. Now, how do I know whether I have finished my race? In a strict sense, in the race of life, there is no such a thing as the finishing line. As long as you are alive, you have not finished your mission on earth. Keep pushing the limits. And push them with everything you are. Have the motivation in your head, the determination and commitment in your heart, burning passion in your soul, and a strong drive to finish what you start. Writing to the church at Corinth, in his first epistle, from verse 24 and following of the 9th chapter, the Apostle Paul told them, you see, I don't run aimlessly. I paraphrase. I don't box like one box in the air. Here is my secret for finishing the race. I keep beating my body. I subject it to my mind. In other words, I don't want to be locked out after I have led others to the truth. I want to play by the rules of the game. And when he had finished his race, he wrote a letter to his spiritual son Timothy. I have fought the good fight of faith. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. 1 Timothy 4:7. I have read of a man who was beaten from every side. He lost his family. He lost his health. He lost his wealth. He lost his children. He lost his money. He lost his dignity. He lost his friends. But in the 42nd chapter of Job, he regained everything and finished strong because he never lost his relationship with his God. Your destiny is something worth fighting for. Do your very best today. It will position you in your best place tomorrow. Doing your very best at this moment places you at the best place the next moment. Shall you count your days, or shall you make your days count? Shall you falter, or shall you finish the race and finish strong? Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you.